the only weapon that can kill a demon.
I had to, brother.
Jedon glances at his pregnant mate.
She must live. You summoned me to save a human.
Kameen's voice vibrates through the trees, rumbling the ground beneath our feet. Jedon shakes his head.
The child, she is...
His nostrils flare.
They came for us, for our daughter. They know she's special. She could be the... Who burned them?
Kameen jerks his head at the nearest charred body, his eyes narrowed.
You cannot summon fire, and you're human.
His lip curls in disgust. Jedon is a powerful water demon, and him taking a human as his mate is a source of great dishonor to his family. His choice caused his exile. Summoning his brother, the most powerful demon alive, was a huge risk. Jedon could have used his last shred of magic to put out the flames and used any remnants of healing energy to try to save his mate. And maybe he should have.
She did.
Jedon insists.
Our daughter burned them all.
A shiver of lightning ignites my veins. The child caused the fire from her mother's womb? He nods, beseeching me with his eyes, likely trying to appeal to the feminine compassion I cannot help but feel for an unborn child.
You must protect her.
Insignius clears his throat.
You know we cannot intervene.
Jedon tries to stand, but his body is too weakened by the painite, and he stumbles back to the ground. He makes a grab for his older brother's cloak, his fingers slipping over the thick black material without finding a hold.
Please, Kameen, you know what the prophecies say. She could be the key.
Kameen snorts, but I feel his iron will softening under the pressure of his brother's dying plea. Jedon, the human calls, her voice weak like her body. Her eyes flicker closed, and death takes her quickly, as though aware he is in the presence of a being so powerful they could bring her back to life with a snap of their fingers. But Kameen would never allow me to so blatantly disobey the ancient laws. Jedon takes his dead mate's hand in his and looks at his brother once more, his black eyes glistening with an urgent plea. Kameen glances at me, and I lick my lips, tasting the ash in the air. Something in this dark night brought us here, something stronger than Jedon's summons. A wolf howls close by. With another wave of his hand, Kameen turns the human woman into a flaming pyre. Jedon howls his pain, but continues to hold his mate's hand, allowing the flames to engulf his own body.
What are you doing?
Insignius barks.
You're going to kill the child.
Kameen responds with a nonchalant shrug.
The child will die anyway now that its mother's heart has stopped beating, and we are not supposed to interfere.
Insignius rolls his eyes.
Then what do you call this?
The corner of Kameen's eye twitches.
Call this curiosity.
The sound of a baby's cry pierces the air. The cry is not one of pain, but rather one of declaration. Goosebumps prickle along my forearms. Once again, Kameen douses the fire with a flick of his wrist, then crouches before the incinerated human corpse and the body of his brother.
Thank you.
Jedon croaks with his dying breath. Kameen closes Jedon's eyes and bows his head in a rare display of sentiment.
Rest well, brother.
The child's cries continue to ring out through the night, and Kameen lifts the baby, covered in a thick film of blood and ash from her mother's charred womb. Insignius removes his cloak and swaddles her tiny body before pressing her close to his chest. Content now in the wolf's arms, she blinks up at me, with eyes so radiantly blue that they appear otherworldly. I squeeze my lids shut and fumbled in the darkness to connect with her new energy. Except it is not new at all. A force like a lightning bolt hits me in my chest, and I stagger back a step. For the child born of fire and blood. Pressing my lips together, I suppress the squeal of delight that wants to tumble free. Her energy is old and powerful.
Do you think she is the one?
Insignius asks.
It matters not. We cannot interfere.
Kameen warns, his tone stern.